AI crazy, but I want people to see this. And I might just have this on my intro, outro. I want people to realize what's going on and basically my own words here. I want y'all to see this. Because I'm not going crazy here. Somebody needed to illustrate what's going
Washington
on.
and assume the government is corrupt, actively destroying the country from the inside out. But that is only half the story. The truth is, we hired them to do it.
Yep.
Over the last several years, the executive branch has assumed sweeping, unchecked powers, deploying armed troops directly into American cities and systematically dismantling federal programs meant to protect public health and the environment. Political scientists call this democratic backsliding. It is a process where a population, exhausted by the friction of self-governance, trades its civic agency for the comfort of a strongman. Our own apathy is the engine of American decline.
Yep.
The architects of the Republic never intended for governance to be easy. The system was designed to generate friction, demanding that citizens share the physical, financial, and often painful burden of making collective decisions. Today, that expectation has faded. We have stepped back, preferring to abdicate our civic duties to avoid the difficult realities of foreign trade, budgeting, and long-term governance. This chart
The hard
tracks public
decision.
trust in the federal
Keep kicking the can
government.
down the road, let
In
somebody else deal with it.
1964, nearly 80% believed institutions functioned properly. By 2023, trust plummeted to 16%. This mirrored a collapse in grassroots engagement. As citizens withdrew from local boards, the social contract eroded. When an entire population withdraws from the political process, the influence they abandon doesn't disappear. It creates a power vacuum, forcing the system to find a new center of control to keep functioning.
Yep.
That vacuum first crippled the legislature. Without a shared public consensus, Congress fell into a state of polarized gridlock, unable to pass meaningful policy. Frustrated by the standstill, but unwilling to do the work themselves, voters began looking for a shortcut. So we started electing candidates who promised to bypass the system and simply do it all for us. Across multiple administrations, power migrated away from a paralyzed Congress and centralized within the executive branch. The Bar Association reports an unchecked executive branch began violating constitutional limits, deploying active duty troops into cities like Los Angeles. Without legislative pushback, this authority dismantled programs, directly impacting public health, social security, and environmental safeguards. With constitutional guardrails weakened and oversight agencies disabled, the office itself became a vehicle for financial gain. Regulatory priorities and foreign policy decisions were traded for the personal enrichment of political elites and their families. By opting out of the frustrating work of a republic, the American public cleared the path for an executive machine that operates with the impunity of a monarchy.